I give the devil his due. He's holding his own. I don't know, man. Kendrick, people are waiting on Kendrick, but I said I'm gonna tell you something about Kendrick. Kendrick is calculated. And I was talking to my coworker about this. I said, yo, look how long it took for Nas to answer Jay-Z after Takeover. Everybody's been talking about it. And I ain't talking about the whole Kendrick and Drake situation. I'm talking about this Quavo and Chris Brown beef. Chris Brown and Quavo beef. But before we get to that, I got a couple of other topics I want to talk about. This first topic I saw online, and honestly, this to me is just what the hell? Like, when you see this, what do you think? This guy actually went and got a tattoo with crime blood. I'm like, Slim, what are you doing? Like, Slim, what are you doing? Like, it seems like people are just doing shit to get noticed, yo. I hope you don't think you're going to get a job with that tattoo. Some people are saying it's a rib or whatever. But even if it is a rib, why would you go on social media and post that? Crime blood tattoo? I'm trying to understand this because it seems like people need help. It seems like these people need help, man. Because there's no way on God's green earth. I got 5 tattoos. All 5 are on my arm so they can get covered. I got 2. I got 1. I got 4 on my arm, and I got 1 on my bicep. I could put on a long sleeve shirt, covers all the tattoos. There's no way in the world I'm getting a tattoo on my face. Because at the end of the day, what job are you going to work for? Who are you going to work for? Unless you're a multimillionaire, unless you're an entrepreneur who got a really great business going on, who are you working for? I don't understand it. But hey, man, it is what it is, man. And a lot of times what we see is these people out here, man, they just doing the most, man. They are doing the most, man. They are doing the most. Now, our next story we're going to talk about is DJ Akademiks, man. DJ Akademiks to me, man. This dude, I'm like, yo, are you holding Drake's balls, man? Like, yo, you are just so, like, I know you're saying Drake's your favorite rapper, but bro, like, you are like literally the antithesis of just a rider. I honestly, bro, what type of Akademiks? What type of obsession do you have with this boy Drake? So let's see what this boy Akademiks says. Akademiks says the rappers linking up to take Drake out haven't stated their issues with him. They're just tired of him winning. No. He says, it's wild how openly other rappers, with the exception of Ross, ain't even spelling out their problems with Drake. They just openly saying, we're tired of this dude winning. Let's click up and get rid of him. Now, who is clicking up to get rid of him? Okay. Let's start with Kendrick. Kendrick and Drake have been going at it for a minute. They've been going at it for a minute. They've been throwing subliminals for a minute. Finally, Kendrick said, you know what? Let me go ahead and do the mother Big 3. It's Big Me, all that. You know what I'm saying? Everybody was in a frenzy when Kendrick dropped that. And then Drake dropped his diss track. Now everybody waiting on Kendrick. Who else is this? I mean, well, you got Kanye, but Kanye and Drake have had issues for a long time. Metro Boomin, he's had problems with Drake for a minute. Future, I don't know what's going on with that whole Future situation. They did an album together. They were rolling buddies for a minute, and everything just started to happen. Now everybody trying to click up against Drake. Is Drake one of the most successful artists of our generation? Yes. Am I a Drake fan? No. But I gotta give the devil his due. But Akademiks, this dude Akademiks is like, he is like on this man's nutsack. And it's sad though. It's sad though. Because you're a grown man. I say if you was a shorty or a kid or something, but you're a grown man. No way in the world I'll be doing this. But Akademiks, I've done so many videos on Akademiks. It's sad, yo. But at the end of the day, man, this to me is just the antithesis of somebody who just, like, it's scary. It's scary to me. It's scary to me because I don't know what's going on. I mean, are people clicking up to take out Drake? Maybe, maybe not. But this is rap. When you're in a war of words, you got to hold your own. And so far, Drake is holding his own. I give the devil his due. He's holding his own. I don't know, man. Kendrick, people are waiting on Kendrick, but I said, I'm going to tell you something about Kendrick. Kendrick is calculated. Now, I was talking to my coworker about this. I said, yo, look how long it took for Nas to answer Jay-Z after Takeover. Think about it. Kendrick is calculated. Kendrick gonna drop something that's gonna really, really shake the world, man. Will it end Drake's career? No, because Drake is up there. He's one of the biggest artists up there. But at the end of the day, we gotta see. We definitely gotta see, man. Now let's get to the feature presentation, man. Let's get to this whole situation right here, man. And when I first saw this, I was like, yo. I first saw this whole situation. I was like, yo. You see Young Thug right there, the courtroom look. You see the courtroom look. Chris Brown dropped the diss after Quavo threw some shots at Chris Brown. And Quavo probably thought this was going to be an easy win. I told y'all. I know Chris Brown. I knew Chris Brown. Chris Brown is mean with the pen. Chris Brown is definitely mean with the pen, but I'm going to tell you something, man. I'm like Slim, in one verse, he done bodied that man. He done totally bodied that man. You can't go get Offset. Recipes to take off. Quavo, you on your own with this one. But my thing is, he talked about Sweetie. And he said that he probably was messing around with Sweetie while Quavo was messing around with Sweetie. What is up with Sweetie though? It's like Sweetie does Sweetie have the golden box because she ain't selling no records? Who's buying her records? Sweetie must have the golden box because she got all these rappers going after each other for her. And it's sad though, because he called the song the weakest link. You know what I'm saying? He is the weakest link. It made sense because it's like, okay, the Migos, when the Migos were together, who was the most talented? Quavo was probably the unsung lead, but you could be the leader, but not the most talented. I always said Offset was the most charismatic, and Takeoff was the most lyrical. Quavo was just there. I mean, Quavo, if you wanted me to rate my Migos, I would say Takeoff was number 1, Offset was number 2, and Takeoff Quavo was number 3. That's why he called it the weakest link. And the sad thing is, if you listen to that Chris Brown track, man, Chris Brown literally bodied that boy. It's sad though. It's sad. He literally bodied it. He said a line about he wished that you were the one that passed away and not Takeoff or whatever. And I was like, whoa, I heard that. I had to rewind. I'm like, oh no, that was a vile shot. Chris Brown ain't hold back. There was some lines in there. I was like, yo, Chris Brown ain't holding back. It seems like, man, it seems like since this whole Drake and since this whole Drake and Kendrick situation, everybody been airing out their grievances. Rick Ross and Drake going at it, and you know, I think Kendrick is like, yo, I'm gonna wait for this whole Rick Ross situation to die down, then I'm gonna come back at him. But Chris Brown literally bodied this dude, bodied him to the point where it's like Quavo can't even, you know, I don't know. Quavo got to come with something like ether. He got to come with something like ether for him to come back. This was Chris Brown's takeover. Like, yo, you let an R&B dude shut you down, and you supposed to be a rapper. Chris Brown does rap on the side. He ain't no full-time rapper. Chris Brown's a singer. He's a dancer. He's an entertainer. He does rap on the side. You let a dude who do rap on the side body you, Quavo. It don't make no sense. Couldn't be me, but hey, man, it's just something that it's been happening. But yeah, you know, it's your boy Jay here with another video. Let me know what you think about all these situations in the comments. Is Akademiks on Drake, you know what, on his cojones too hard? Also, would you get a freaking blood crying tattoo? I'm just asking. And also, can Quavo come back from Chris Brown dissing him? Let me know in the comments. Hit that like button. Also share the video with all your friends. I'm on my road to 5,000 subscribers. It's your boy Jay. Until next time, I'm out.